Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mark Molina, and we are coming to you from Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas, for a special game between the Rockport-Fulton Pirates and the Corpus Christi Miller Bucks. Thank you all for joining us wherever you're watching from, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Apple TV, or the Roku network. Make sure to go follow us on all those platforms. Give us a share, give us a like, let everybody know you are watching. And we're getting started here. Let's go over the starting lineups for both squads. We're going to start with Rockport-Fulton. So leading off for Rockport-Fulton is going to be number 5, Devin Phillips, followed by number 2, Isaiah Elizondo, then number 16, Luke Muirhead. Well, we're actually having the national anthem right now, so we'll go to that, and then we'll come back with the starting lineups. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After the national anthem, let's continue with the Rockport-Fulton starting lineup. Devin Phillips, followed by Isaiah Elizondo. Batting third, Luke Muirhead. Batting fourth, Carson Flores. Batting next, Ace Siebert, followed by Javier Vela, followed by Ian McPherson. Batting eighth, Jordan Gibson. And batting number 9 is number 9, John Choop, for the Rockport-Fulton Pirates. And the Pirates going to be taking on Jose Hasso, starting pitcher for the Miller Buccaneers. So Hasso going to get things off against Devin Phillips here, as we're in the top of the first inning, leading things off here. I want to welcome everybody in who's watching. Had a lot going on today. We have some softball early in the morning. Chris Vasquez was on the call for you for a triple header there, so I want to commend Chris Vasquez for his efforts. And a lot going on in the Valley. Softball, baseball, some soccer, and we even have a Class 1A state semifinal game with Joe Bowling on the call for that one. So a lot going on here within Real Sports Live. I want to thank you guys for joining us today, and we're going to get things going here at top of the first inning. Devin Phillips coming to the plate for Rockport-Fulton. Here's his first pitch coming in outside for ball number 1. Make the count 1-0 here. And so Jose Hassel with the second pitch comes in a little high for ball 2. Hassel's pitch comes in the count now at 3-0. Next pitch comes in. This one inside. You're going to say hit by pitch, and Devin Phillips is going to take his base. So going to put a man on first. So coming up, Isaiah Elizondo with a man on, nobody out for Rockport-Fulton. Yasu's pitch comes in a little bit low for ball number 1. And Yasu throwing to first, trying to keep Phillips honest there. So the count at 1-0 here. Here's the pitch. This one comes in outside for strike number 1. So 1-1 the count now. For Isaiah Elizondo at the plate. Has a man on, nobody out. Top of the first inning. Here at beautiful Whataburger Field. Another fresh, clear night. As Hassel puts this bunt down as it goes foul for strike number 2. Had a good night last night. We had a couple of baseball games over at Cabinets. We had Ray and Carroll, and then we had Gregory Portland taking on Corpus Christi veterans. As Ray and Gregory Portland each getting a win there in that doubleheader. Back here tonight for some more baseball here in the Corpus Christi area. These games here at Whataburger Field, going to be a couple each week. Should be back here tomorrow night. The 1-2 to count, and the throw over to first. Also keeping an eye out there with the man on. And that's Phillips at first. Going to take a little bit of a lead out there, and he's going to go. And here's the throw to second. And it's there, and he's going to be safe at second, excuse me. So that's going to put a runner on second now. So the count 2-2. Man on second and nobody out. Here's the pitch. And Elizondo gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Count going to stay here at 2-2. So Elizondo steps back in. Pitch from Yasso, and Elizondo sends this one to deep left field, and it's caught for out number 1. So up next is Luke Muirhead. Comes to the plate, runner on, 1 out here, top of the first inning. And Muirhead sends this one right up the middle. And the second baseman bobbling that one. And he's going to get on an error is Muirhead. So that's going to put runners at the corners. Nobody out yet, or 1 out rather. And coming up next, Carson Flores, the outfielder for Rockport-Fulton, sees that ball go past for ball number 1. Good opportunity here with Runner in scoring position. Runners at the corners. 1-0 the count. Here's Yaso's pitch. This one comes in outside for strike one. Evens up the count. And behind him, the runner advances. So runners now on second and third. Yaso's pitch is in. This one low and outside for ball number 2. So 2-1 the count here. 2 on, 1 out for Carson Flores. Here's a pitch, and Flores fouls that one off. Evens the count up at 2-2. The 2-2 the count. 1 out, 2 on, and here's the pitch. This one comes in for ball number 3. Count moves to full. Yaso's ready, delivers the pitch. This one comes in, and bases loaded as Flores is going to get walked, and he'll take his base at first. So Ace Siebert comes to the plate for Rockport-Fulton. With a good opportunity here, bases juiced. 1 out here. Also in a jam. And this one right over the shortstop, and that's going to be 1 run scored and 2 runs, and it's going to be a 2 RBI double for Ace Siebert. And the score is 2-0 here in the early going. A nice hit there for Siebert. It goes right over the shortstop, and runners come in. It's nicely done. So runners at second and third now. Score is 2-0. 2 on, 1 out here, and at the plate is Javier Vela, the freshman infielder. And Vela gets a piece of that one for strike number 2. So 0-2 the count here. A rough start here for Yasso. And this pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. The pitch is in, and reaching for it is Vela, who's going to get a piece of it, foul it off. Count's going to stay at 1-2 here. And swing and a miss, and Vela goes down swinging for out number 2. Ian McPherson, the junior outfielder, comes to the plate with 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 lead here for Rockport-Fulton. And a couple of pinch runners coming in for the Pirates. So Ryder Wistein and Aiden Moreno coming on to run at second and third base, respectively. And Ian McPherson comes to the plate. 2 on, 2 out. 2 runners have come across here. And this pitch comes in. This one comes in high and inside. For a ball. 1-0 the count. This one comes a little low and outside for ball number 2. So McPherson ahead in the count, 2-0. And that's going to be a walk here. So bases loaded. Jordan Gibson to the plate now. And this one comes in high and outside for ball number 1. And we got a mound visit here as the base is loaded for the second time in this inning. And this is the 8th batter in the lineup for the Rockport-Fulton Pirates. Here's a pitch from Yasso. This one comes in low for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count. This pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 3. Yassel's ready. Here's the delivery. Pitch comes in outside and another walk, and a runner's going to come across for the Pirates, and that's going to be Moreno. And the lead is now 3-0. And coming up, John Choop. The 9th batter in the lineup with the bases loaded. 2 out here. And this pitch comes in low and inside for strike number 1. Yasso ready. This pitch comes in outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. So a good start here for Rockport-Fulton. Putting 3 runners across on 1 hit and an error. And swing and a miss there by Choop. Makes the count 1-2. And this pitch comes in outside. Evens things up, 2-2. Want to remind everybody, go give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share, let everybody know you're watching. That's Real Sports Live, RIO Sports Live. For live games and replays of those games, watch us now, watch us later. It's Real Sports Live. You can watch us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. wherever you guys use social media, those 3 platforms, we go live. Also follow us on Instagram. That's at Real Sports Live. We don't go live there, but a lot of cool content, players of the game, much more there. And here's a full count, and here's the pitch. This one comes in, and Choop goes down looking for out number 3. So 3 runs come across on 1 hit, 1 error, and there was 3 left on base for Rockport-Fulton. So we're headed to the bottom of the first inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the bottom of the first inning, and Rockport-Fulton puts 3 runs across in the top of the first. Register 1 hit, an error. There's a couple of walks, 3 actually. There was an error at second base, but there was 3 left on there for Rockport-Fulton with the bases juice. So we're going to start things off here from Miller. Leading things off here in the bottom of the first is going to be the pitcher, Yasso. And Yasso gets a piece of that one, and he's going to send it foul for strike number 1. And this pitch is in for ball 1. So for Miller, Jordan Morin on deck, Adrian Ortiz in the hole. 3 batters due up here as Yasso gets a piece of this one, and he fouls it off for strike number 2. Here's the pitch from Flores, and Yasso sends it right over to first base for out number 1. Jordan Morin coming up now. So 1 out, nobody on for the Miller Bucks here. They trail 3-0, bottom of the first inning. And here's the pitch from Flores, and swinging and getting a piece of it is Morin as he fouls it off. Strike number 1. And here's the pitch. This one comes in a little outside, but going to be called strike number 2. So 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one goes past. For ball number 1. So this one outside evens up the count at 2-2. Flores is ready. Here's the delivery. And Morin gets a piece of that one as he fouls it off. So 2-2, the count will stay. Here in the bottom of the first inning. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flores readies. Winds up, here's his delivery. And Morin sends it right up the middle for a base hit. And he's going to get on base with a single. So puts a man on. So coming to the plate now is Adrian Ortiz for the Miller Bucks. 1 out, 1 on here. And Ortiz swings and gets a piece of that one as he fouls it off. See this replay here on the right in the small box. This pitch comes in and Morin just gets a piece of that one. And nice strong base hit here. And Ortiz follows and he's going to send that one to center field, and he's going to fly out for out number 2. So Damon Gutierrez up next. With 1 on, 2 out here. Here's the delivery from Flores, and Gutierrez gets a piece of it, fouls it off behind him for strike 1. Pitch comes in low. For ball number 1. So 1-1 the count, 1 on, 2 out here for the Miller Bucks in the bottom of the first inning. They trailed 3-0. Flores is ready. And Gutierrez puts it in play, and he's going to ground out to second for the 4-3 out, and that's going to end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base for the Miller Bucks in the bottom of the first inning. So we're through 1. We're headed to the second. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa. a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the concession stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the concession stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the top of the second inning, and we're back at the top of the lineup for Rockport-Fulton, and Phillips is going to get hit by pitch, and he's going to take his base, and it's going to put a man on early here. So here comes Elizondo with the man on, nobody out. Elizondo fly out last time he was up last inning. He also faced the entire Rockport-Fulton lineup in the top of the first, so this is the second go-around. As here's the throw, and out at second is Phillips. So nice execution after the pitch and the throw to second. Gets the man out. So nobody on, one out now for Rockport-Fulton as Elizondo at the plate. This pitch comes in outside for strike number one. And 1-1 the count now. And this pitch comes in a little outside for strike number two. So the count at 1-2. And Elizondo hits this one right to the shortstop. But Elizondo's safe at first. Shortstop made a good effort there, but couldn't quite come up with the catch, so it's going to put a man on first. So Muirhead up to bat now. And Muirhead sends this one into left field for a stand-up double. Just nicely done up the third base line, and now we got runners on second and third. So back-to-back hits here for Rockport-Fulton, and up next, Carson Flores. And looks like we're gonna have a change of pitcher here for Miller. So that's going to do it here for Jose Yasso. And 1.1 inning of work. He has given up 3 hits, 3 runs, and he's going to be done here for tonight. So we're going to have another pitcher come in for Corpus Christi Miller. And at the mound warming up right now is number 14, Adam Gonzalez. So Gonzalez warming up here. So while he does that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Keep it here. This is Road Sports Live.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Whataburger Field. We are in the top of the second inning, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Rockport-Fulton Pirates. New pitcher in. Jose Yasso out, Adam Gonzalez in for Miller. And Gonzalez all warmed up and ready to go here, and he'll be facing Carson Flores. So 2 on, 1 out here, top of the second inning. And Flores pops this one up high, and second baseman's got it for out number 2. So up next, Ace Seibert. Had a 2 RBI double last time up to score a couple of runs. So 2 on, 2 out here. And Seibert gets a piece of that one, fouls it off for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. This one comes in low. It's going to even things up at 1-1. Fix the score now 3-0. We apologize for a good portion of the game. It's reflected 0-0, but we're all caught up and we got it fixed now as Seibert fouls this one off, make it a 1-2 count. So Gonzalez trying to get out of this jam here. And Seibert bounces this one over to third base. And there's the throw, and it's not going to be good. And the runner's going to score, make it 2. So 2 more runners come across for Rockport-Fulton. And Seibert gets on an error. And 2 more runs come in. And it's a 5-0 lead here. So Vela up to bat now. Runner at second. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. And swing and a miss there for Vela for strike number 2. So the count 0-2. And this one comes in low, and that's out number 3, and that's going to be the end of the inning here. So another couple of runs come across. So 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left on base there for Rockport-Fulton, who leads 5-0. And we're headed to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Start of the 2nd inning. Leading things off here is Adam Gonzalez for Miller as this pitch comes in for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count here. Rockport-Fulton with a 5-run lead, 5-0. They put up 5 in the first 2 innings, 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Couple coming around in an error here, and there's really 2 costly errors for the Miller defense in this one. We'll see if Miller can come up with an answer as that comes in for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Gonzalez. 5, 6, 7 in the lineup due up here in this inning. And Gonzalez fouls this one off. Count going to stay at 1-2. Here's a pitch, and this one fouled out right behind us, right above us actually, came out and hit the press box next to us. Count going to stay at 1-2. So Gonzalez settles in. Flores is ready. Here's the delivery. This one comes in inside for ball 2. Evens the count up, 2-2 here. Gonzalez, the leadoff man for the Miller Bucks. And Gonzalez pops this one up, and the infield fly for out number 1. So coming up next, Devin Carter for the Miller Bucks. Nobody on, 1 out here for the shortstop. Swing and a miss there for strike number 1. Here's a pitch, swing and miss, strike 2. So 0-2 the count here for Carter. 2 good pitches to start off this at-bat here for Flores. One comes in and caught looking is Carter as he strikes out for out number 2. Up next, Jay Gutierrez. Nobody on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Flores delivers, swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Gutierrez. Last 4 pitches have been strikes here for Flores on the mound. And Gutierrez gets a piece of this one, so the count now 0-2. So 0-2 the count. Here's a pitch from Flores, and going down swinging is Gutierrez for strike number 3, out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Miller Bucks. And we're through 2. We're headed to the top of the 3rd inning. Keep it here. We're Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 3rd inning here. Rockport-Fulton back up to bat. They lead 5-0. Here, so top of the 3rd. Up to bat is Evan McPherson leading off. Ian McPherson, excuse me. And the count 1-0. McPherson was walked last time he was at the plate. Here's Gonzalez's pitch. This one comes in a low roller. So the count 2-0. Pitch in for Gonzalez. That one is low for ball number 3. And that's going to be a walk here for McPherson. So back-to-back trips to the plate for McPherson results in a walk. So Jordan Gibson up for Rockport-Fulton with a runner on. and no outs. This pitch comes in for ball number 1. This ball comes in. Ball 2. A little inside. So 2-0 the count. 1 on, nobody out here. In the top of the 3rd inning. Gonzalez is ready. Delivers the pitch. This one comes in inside for ball 3. So Gonzalez having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here. He's already walked the leadoff man, and he's behind in the count 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes here. Rockport-Fulton's Gibson sees that pitch come inside, and another base on balls. So 2 on now. Runners at first and second, and nobody out. And we're gonna have a mound visit from the Miller Bucks coach and the catcher coming out to talk to Gonzalez, see if he's all settled in. So we'll wait on this. We'll take a short break and we'll come back. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
To stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So John Choop up to bat. 2 on, nobody out. Back-to-back walks to start things off. Pitcher Adam Gonzalez delivers this one, and here's a bunt. And Gonzalez, throw to first is there, and the runners are going to move over. Nice play there, nice bunt to get the runners over to second and third. So 1 out here. Just nice execution there all around for Choop. And here's Phillips. Hit by pitch last time he was up. 2 hit by pitches actually for Phillips in his first 2 at-bats. And this one comes in low and inside for ball number 1. 2 on, 1 out, top of the 3rd, and Rockport-Fulton looking for some more runs. And the pitch is in here, comes in, hits the dirt for ball number 2. So Phillips here looking for a base hit to try to bring a runner in. Here's a pitch, and Phillips gets a piece of that one, fouls it off to his left. For strike number 1. So 2-1 to count. Runners in scoring position. And 1 out. This one comes in outside for ball number 3. So 3-1 to count. Gonzalez delivers, and this one comes in low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So 3 walks on the first 4 the batters, and now the bases are loaded. 1 out, and coming to the plate is going to be Isaiah Elizondo for Rockport-Fulton. And Elizondo, the last time he was up, hit a single, and we're going to have a pitching change. So Adam Gonzalez is done here for Miller, and we're going to have a new pitcher coming up for Corpus Christi Miller. So we're going to take a quick break while the new pitcher comes in, takes his warm-up pitches, and we'll be back. 5-0, Rockport-Fulton leads, top of the third inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded, 1 out here for Rockport-Fulton. We got a new pitcher on the mound. Adrian Ortiz comes in. Adam Gonzalez out after 1.0 innings of work. Came in the second inning with one man out. Same here for Ortiz. So it's a 5-0 Rockport-Fulton lead. Bases loaded, 1 out here. And Elizondo at the plate for Rockport-Fulton. Recorded a single his last time up. He's 1 for 2 on the night. And Elizondo swings, and he sends this one in for a base hit, and runners are going to score. So an 2 RBI single here for Elizondo. Into the left field gap with that one. Makes it a 7-0 game, and runners at the corner now. Just nice execution here on this. Just hits it. Sends it out into left field. And a couple of runners come in to score here. So it's a 7-0 game, and Elizondo, after a 2 RBI single, gives way here to the pitcher, Carson Flores. Actually, no, it's Luke Muirhead who's up. So 2 on, 1 out. 2-0 the count here for Muirhead. And there's a strike. Makes the count 2-1 now. Runners at the corner for Rockport-Fulton. They lead 7-0, putting up at least 2 runs in each of their first 3 innings. 3 in the first and 2 in the second, 2 here in the third. There's still 1 out, 2 men on. And swing and a miss by Muirhead evens up the count at 2-2. So 7 runs on 4 hits and a couple of errors for accounting for the runs here by Rockport-Fulton, and Muirhead reaches for that one a little bit and fouls it off. So 2-2 the count. Got a runner in scoring position. Here's Phillips at third. Ortiz is ready. Here's the delivery. And Muirhead pops this one up deep, deep, deep to center field, and he's going to fly out. So a sac fly for a run here. And that's another run scored. And it's 8-0 with 2 outs. So now the pitcher, Carson Flores, comes up to the plate. One on, 2 out here for Flores. And there's strike number 1. And Flores sends this one foul. Makes the count 0-2. With the runner at first, here's a pitch. And Flores records a base hit here as he sends it into left field for a single. Puts runners now at first and second. And up next is Ace Siebert. Reach first on a error at second last time. Two on, 2 out here for Rockport-Fulton. Siebert is we're in the heart of the lineup here for Rockport-Fulton. Siebert swings on that pitch that comes in inside for strike number 1. So 0-1 to count here for Siebert. Here's the pitch. This one comes in low for ball number 1. So 1-1 the count. Ortiz is ready. He steps into it. And the pitch is in. And he throws over to second. But getting back on the bag quickly there is Elizondo. So Siebert settles back into the batter's box. And Ortiz is ready, delivers the pitch. And Siebert sends this one over to the shortstop. And it throws off. And bases are going to be loaded now. And just kind of a lazy throw there. And they couldn't quite get it over to third. So now the base is loaded. Chance to get out of the inning there. So bases are loaded now with Javier Vela up to bat. And this one hit right to shortstop, and this pitch is in outside for ball number 1. So bases loaded now for Vela. And he's going to get on an RBI single. Runner's going to score. It's 9-0 now. And bases loaded. Once again, just hit it in the little gap between the mound and second base, and all the runners, you saw the second, short, and the pitcher all convene on it, but couldn't get there, so here comes McPherson. 2 outs, bases loaded. 1-0 the count. This one comes in for strike number 1. And McPherson hits this one over to the shortstop, and they're going to get the out there. It's for out number 3, so 4 runs come across in that inning on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 2 left on base. So we're headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 9-0 lead for Rockport-Fulton. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, the bottom of the 3rd inning here. Arturo Alonso leading things off here for Miller. And count was 0-1. This one comes in for ball number 1. So 1-1 the count here. And Alonso fouls this one off here for strike number 2. So 8-9-1 due up for Miller here. They're still on their first go-around. Alonso, the 8th batter in the order for the Miller Bucks. And here's the pitch from Flores. This one comes in outside for ball number 2. So 2-2 the count now. And swing and a miss for the strikeout and out number 1. Alonso goes down swinging. Third strikeout in a row for Flores as Jaden Brown comes to the plate for the Miller Bucks. This one comes in for strike number 1. And nice pitch there by Flores for strike 2. So 0-2 the count here. Flores settling in here so far, just allowing the 1 hit. No runs here, and he's got 4 strikeouts as Brown caught looking there. So he's retired the last 4 batters via strikeout, and we are back to the top of the order for the Miller Bucks here. So nobody on, 2 out. And it's Yasso. Up to the plate for Miller, and that one comes in for ball number 1. 1-0 the count here. This one comes in for ball 2. So Florida's just allowing 1 hit, no walks, 4 strikeouts here, and 2.2 innings of work so far. And this one fouled off for strike number 1. And he also fouls this one off for strike 2. So count evens up 2-2. So Yasso ready in the batter's box. Flores winds up. Here's the pitch. And Yasso sends it over to third baseman for a base hit here, a bouncer up the third base line. And it's going to be a base hit for Yasso. So Morin comes up for Miller. Morin with a single last time he was at the plate. This pitch comes in low and outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss there for strike number 1. 2 out, 1 on here for Morin. Morin gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. For strike 2. Here's the pitch, and Morin fouls this one off. Yeah, lucky fan there. Giving the ball right back. Doesn't look like we have a foul ball sponsor here as this one comes in for ball number 2. So 2-2. The count, 2 outs. Man on first for Morin. Here's the pitch from Flores. And Morin puts it in play, and he's going to ground out to first. It's going to end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base there for the Miller Bucks. And we're through 3. We're headed to the top of the 4th inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
And ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Josh.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off top of the fourth inning, Jordan Gibson for Rockport-Fulton. The Pirates with a 9-0 lead over the Miller Bucks here, and putting up at least 2 runs in each of the first 3 innings. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third. So 6 hits by Rockport-Fulton and 3 errors, helping Rockport-Fulton along here. And this pitch in for ball number 1. This one comes in low and outside for ball 2. And Gibson's going to pop this one up to center field for out number 1. So up next is John Choop. Coming to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. This one for ball number, or actually strike number 1. So 0-1 the count here. Swing and miss there for Choop. Ball or strike number 2. So 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and Choop pops this one up high, and coming to get it is the right fielder, and he's able to make the play for out number 2. Up next, top of the lineup, Devin Phillips for Rockport-Fulton. Two out, nobody on here for Phillips. Top of the fourth inning, 9-0 lead for Rockport-Fulton. Phillips watches this pitch come in for ball number 1. And Phillips hits this one and a bouncer over the shortstop for a base hit. So man on first, 2 outs here. And Ace Siebert coming up. Actually, this is Isaiah Elizondo. Elizondo, a 2 RBI single last time he was up. And this one comes in for ball number 1, and we're going to have the runner move over as the ball gets away from the catcher. So runner moving over to second. So 1-0 the count, 1 on, 2 out. And Elizondo awaiting the pitch. This one comes in. Elizondo puts it in play. And coming around is Phillips. And Phillips is going to score and on an RBI single. And Elizondo is going to get tagged out at second, but not before the runner comes across to make it 10-0. So 1 run on 1 hit, on 2 hits, excuse me. No errors. Nobody left on base in the top of the 4th inning, but it's a 10-0 lead here for the Rockport-Fulton Pirates. Headed to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Rolling Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, To the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And bottom of the fourth inning, ladies and gentlemen, here at Whataburger Field, Rockport-Fulton leads Miller 10-0. Another run comes across on RBI single by Elizondo. He's tagged out at second, though, and trying to stretch that play. But the runner comes in, which was Phillips. So after that RBI single to left field, it's 10 runs put up and at least a run in the first 4 innings for the Rockport-Fulton Pirates. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the fourth, and 1 there. 3 in the third. No, 4 in the third, excuse me. And 1 in the fourth. I'm all tongue-tied here looking at this scoreboard. But we're back. New pitcher here. It's Muirhead on the mound for the Miller Bucks. So leading off here in the bottom of the fourth inning is going to be Ortiz for Miller. It's 3-4-5 due up in this inning. So this pitch by Muirhead comes in outside for ball number 1. Pitch comes in, strike 1, evens up the count at 1-1. Here's a pitch from Muirhead. This one comes in for strike number 2. So 1-2 the count now. Ortiz, the leadoff man here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's Muirhead. That one's going to be ball number 2. So the count evened up at 2. And this one hit right to Muirhead by Ortiz, and he's going to reach. So Ortiz is going to reach on the air. It's going to put a man on first. And Gutierrez coming up to bat with the man on. Count is 0-1 now. And this pitch comes in for ball number 1. Muirhead looks over his shoulder. He's ready. And he's going to step off the mound, and Gutierrez is going to step out of the box. Looks like we're all good to go now. This pitch comes in low for ball number 2. Count stands at 2-1. And swing and a miss there for Gutierrez for strike number 2. Evens things up at 2. And down swinging goes Gutierrez for out number 1. And the first strikeout for Muirhead. So 1 out, 1 on. And coming up next is Gonzalez. First pitch in for ball number 1. Muirhead looks behind, delivers. Gonzalez gets a piece of this one for strike number 1. Muirhead looks off the man at first. This pitch is in, outside, but for strike number 2. So 1-2 the count. And Siebert, the catcher, gets up, but things are all good now. So 1-2 the count here. This pitch is in the dirt. The runner over to second now. So the count at 2-2. This pitch is in. A little low for ball number 3. So full count now here for Gonzalez. Man on, 1 out. Full count, and here's the pitch, and Gonzalez gets a piece of it, fouls it off. Count stays at full. And Gonzalez battling here at the plate as he fouls this one off once again. Full count. Here's the pitch. This one comes in low, and it's going to be a walk for Gonzalez. He's going to reach first base on balls. So runners at first and second, and due up now is going to be Devin Carter. And the Rockport coach can have a little bit of talk with the pitcher on the mound here as 2 are on, 1 out. Let's take a quick break and then we'll come back right after this. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Alive. Actually, we'll stay right here as coach is headed back to the dugout. So coming up to the plate for Miller, it's going to be Devin Carter. Carter struck out last time he was at the plate. So 2 on, 1 out here for Miller. Here's the pitch coming out outside for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count here. Your head looks. Here's the delivery. Here's the pitch. This one comes in for ball number 1. Count at 1-1 now. Here's the pitch. This one comes in a little outside, and it's going to be ball number 2. So the count here at 2-1 for Carter. Here's a pitch from your head. Swing and a miss there for Carter. Even things up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carter fouls this one off for foul ball. So 2-2 the count. And this one comes in for strike number 3. And Carter goes down. So second strikeout of the inning for Muirhead. And coming up for Miller is going to be Daniel Balboa. What, 2 on, 2 out here. So this pitch comes in, it gets away from the catcher for ball number 1. 2 on, 2 outs here for Balboa. Trying to see if he can make something happen for the Miller Bucks. Trail 10-0, just registering 2 hits so far on the day, and this ball comes in for strike number 1. And Balboa fouls this one off. For strike number 2. So 1-2 the count here. And swing and a miss by Balboa, and that's going to end the inning. So 3 strikeouts here for Muirhead. So no runs. There were no hits. There was 1 error. There's 2 left on base here. And we're headed to the 5th inning. We're through 4. Rockport-Fulton leads 10-0. Keep it here. We're Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, top of the 5th inning. Leading things off is Number 16, Muirhead. Top of the 5th inning. And that one comes in for ball number 1. This pitch comes in. Strike number 1. 1-1 here. Ortiz on the mound. Here's a pitch, and Muirhead puts this one in play over to the shortstop, and the throw is a little late. And the base hit to lead off things here for Rockport-Fulton in the top of the 5th inning. So single by Muirhead. And coming up is Carson Flores. So 1 on, nobody out here for Carson Flores. And Flores with a single the last time up in the 3rd inning. One for 2 here on the night for Flores. This pitch comes in for strike number 1. So 0-1 the count here. Here's the pitch, comes in low and inside for ball number 1. And Flores pops this one up to the outfield for out number 1. So he flies out to right field. So 1 on, 1 out, and coming up is Ace Siebert. Siebert reached on a fielder's choice last time out. And Siebert puts this one in play, and he fouls it off over the protective netting for strike number 1. This one comes in for strike 2. So 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. This one a little low and in the dirt for ball number 1. 1-2 the count. And Siebert fouls this one off. Count's going to stay here at 1-2. So just want to welcome everybody in here who's watching live. We're at Whataburger Field. I'm Mark Molina. This is Rockport-Fulton versus Corpus Christi Miller as Siebert pops this one up, and nice play made there by the first baseman for out number 2. So the count is, well, 2 outs now. And coming to the plate for Rockport-Fulton is going to be Cole Chapman. One on, 2 outs here. And Chapman fouls this one off to the left for strike 1. And the throw to first is in time, but not before Aiden Smith gets back on the bag for Rockport-Fulton. So the count's 0-1, 1 on, 2 outs. Cole Chapman in as this pitch comes in for ball number 1. Pitch comes in outside for strike 2, and 1-2 is the count. And Chapman sends this one right over the shortstop where a base hit puts runners on first and second. Just out of the glove's reach of the shortstop. So runners on first and second now, and coming to the plate, Trent Upham. And we're gonna have a little bit of a talk, and I guess we're gonna get a new pitcher in here for the Miller Bucks. So Ortiz is done for the Miller Bucks, and we're going to have a new pitcher. So while they warm up and get ready, we're going to take a break here. We are in the top of the 5th inning. Rockport-Fulton leads 10-0, 2 on, 2 outs here, and we'll be back. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Back, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for the Miller Bucks is Eden Garcia. So after 2.1 innings of work, Ortiz is done. And here comes Garcia for the Bucks as he's facing Upham. Pitch comes in for strike number 1. So 0-1 to count. Here's Garcia, and Upham fouls this one off for strike number 2. So 0-2 the count here. This one comes in low for ball number 1. Here's a pitch from Garcia. Upham sends this one past the first baseman for a base hit. And a run's going to come across on an RBI double 2 runs are going to come across, and he's going to try to stretch this one out. So a 2 RBI triple there for Upham. And 2 more runners come across, and it's a 12-0 lead here. So up to the plate is going to be Mays. 2 out, runner on third, and it's a 12-0 lead here. This ball comes in inside for ball number 1. So 12 runs on 10 hits for Rockport-Fulton. And Mays with an RBI single brings in another runner. And the lead's 13. Number 15, Nicholas Pena. Up now with the runner on first. With 2 outs here. And this pitch comes in for strike number 2. So the count's 0-2 here for Pena. And he gets a piece of this one and sends it foul. Count going to stay at 0-2. So Rockport-Fulton putting up runs in every inning. Here's this pitch. And Benya's going to be called a foul there. But Rockport-Fulton puts up 3 runs in the first inning, 2 in the second, 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and right now I have put 3 runs across here in the top of the 5th inning for a 13-0 lead. And Benya pops this one up behind him for another foul. So count going to stay at 0-2. And Pena is going to be safe at first. Reach for that one, got it, but the throw a little off there. So runners on first and second now. And it's going to be Kyle Novak at the plate for Rockport-Fulton. And Novak sends this one past the pitcher, and that's going to be out number 3. So we're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Miller to its last 3 outs. They have to put up 4 runs in this bottom of the 5th inning if they want the game to continue. So we'll be back. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live, headed to the bottom of the 5th.
Has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Miller coming up to bat, trailing 13-0 to Rockport-Fulton. And Rockport-Fulton put three more runs on the board in the top of the 5th inning. And Miller coming out here, trying to see if they can put a couple on to extend this game. And up next for the Miller Bucks, it's going to be number 44 to lead this one off, and that is Tyler Vasquez, number 44. And this pitch comes in low for ball number 1. Count at 1-1. This one comes in a little outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Tyler Vasquez, leadoff man here for the Miller Bucks. Here's Muirhead's pitch. And this one going to be good for strike number 2. So 1-2 the count. And this is going to be out number 1. Trying to run it out was Vasquez, but he gets tagged out by the catcher right as he gets going. So Robert Salinas coming up now for Miller. One out, nobody on. So Robert Salinas making his first plate appearance. That was also the first plate appearance for Vasquez here from Miller. So Muirhead's pitch. This one comes in low for ball number 1. And swing and a miss for Salinas for strike number 1. Strike number 2 there as Salinas swings. 1-2 the count. And this one comes in low for ball number 2. 2-2 the count. And this one comes in a little low for ball 3. So full count here for Robert Salinas. With 1 out, here's Muirhead's pitch. It's in and fouled off by Salinas. Keeps the count full. So 3-2 the count. And this one comes in low and outside for a walk. So Selena's going to reach first on the walk here. So bring it to the plate, top of the order. It's going to be Yasso. With the runner on first, 1 out. And we're going to have a pinch runner coming in here for Salinas as he leaves the field. And coming on is going to be number 3, Jaden Brown. So this pitch comes in low outside for strike 1. Muirhead throws over the first. Throw not in time, so it's going to be an 0-1 count here for Yasso, top of the order for Miller. And he fouls this one off. His count goes to 0-2. So 1 on, 1 out here, bottom of the 5th inning. 0-2 the count here for Yasso. This one outside, and here's the throw to first. Not in time, and Brown able to get back on the bag for Miller. And a throw there once again, not in time. So the count's 1-2 for Yasso. Got a man on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Gets away from the catcher for ball 2. Even things up here at 2-2. So Muirhead settling in. As is Yasso at the plate. Muirhead's ready. Here's the pitch. And Yasso fouls this one off. Keeps the count even at 2-2. Muirhead readies. Here's the pitch. This one comes in for ball 3. So full count here. Here's the pitch from Muirhead, and Yasso gets a piece of that one. He sends it foul. Count stays full. Full count, 1 on, 1 out for the Miller Bucks. 3-2. The count for Yasso, top of the lineup here. Bottom of the 5th inning and a 13-run deficit for the Miller Bucks. And here's the pitch. This one comes in outside, and that's going to be a walk for Yasso. Puts runners at first and second. Coming up next is Morin. 2 on, 1 out here. And this one comes in for ball number 1. 1-0 the count here for Morin. This pitch comes in for strike number 1. And this one fouled off by Morin for strike 2. So 1-2 the count here. Muirhead's ready. Looking over at second. And this one comes in for ball number 2. There's the throw to third. And they're going to call him safe. So we're going to get runners at the corners now. So the count at 2-2, runners at the corners for the Miller Bucks. And swing and a miss, and down goes Morin for out number 2. Second strikeout for Muirhead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And here comes Ortiz now. 2 on, 2 out. And Ortiz swings and misses for strike number 1. Muirhead looks behind him. He's ready. Here's the delivery. And this one is out at first. Nice play there by the first baseman. And that's going to be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be Rockport-Fulton 13, Miller nothing in 5 innings. And the Rockport-Fulton Pirates put up 13 runs on 12 hits. And the Miller Bucks defense with 3 errors on the night. And the Bucks offense generating just 2 hits and no runs here tonight. So that's going to do it here from Whataburger Field, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. We have so much more going on the rest of the week. So make sure to go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube. Make sure to go give us a like, give us a share, and let everybody know that you watched us. So once again, it's Rockport-Fulton 13, Miller nothing in 5 innings. And that's going to do it here from Whataburger Field. I'm Mark Molina, and have yourself a good night, ladies and gentlemen.